Right, positive thinking. Look at this lovely picture here. It's someone looking out of a window, and I thought this was really apt at the moment because we have to stay indoors more and the weather isn't as good because it's winter time. But today actually it's really sunny outside and there's some lovely snow on the ground. So it is making me feel really positive. I'm going to talk to you now about positive thinking, how important it is, and strategies to make yourself a positive thinker. Okay, so think a happy thought. This is what we're all going to do now. Sit very quietly. Try to clear your mind. That means try not to think about anything in particular. You can close your eyes if it helps. Think of a happy thought. This could be something you're looking forward to, an occasion, or something that you've already been part of, perhaps a wedding or a party or an event that you went to. It might be a thought about a person or a place that makes you feel happy, or maybe a pet. Have a think about that. Okay, open your eyes again. I'm going to explain to you now what positive thinking is, and this is something you might have heard people say before. Are you a bottle half full or a bottle half empty person? It's a phrase that people say, and if you've got a positive attitude, people say you're a half full person. You're always looking at the positive side because you're thinking, well, there's still some drink left, so that's a good thing. Some people tend to think the bottle, if they think the bottle's half empty, that can be a bit of a negative attitude. So the bottle half full is a positive attitude. Thinking positive thoughts and trying to see the best in a situation is called having a positive attitude. It can help make you a happier person and plays an important part in improving your mental health, which is just as important as our physical health. Someone who usually has a positive attitude is called an optimist. They look on the bright side, look for the positives, and they approach problems as challenges that can be overcome. A person who tends to focus on the negatives and sees problems with everything is called a pessimist. It will be difficult to be an optimist all of the time, but optimistic people are often happier, and that can help you in your everyday life and make them more enjoyable people to be around. So I'm sure we all know people who make us feel happier because they're always happy and positive and saying, yes, we can do this, we can get through this. So those people are optimists and they're good people to have around. Here are some quotes. You might have heard people say these, adults probably in particular. I'm going to read them out. I want you to have a think about which one you like best. Hopefully you might have someone watching the assembly with you to talk to about it afterwards. Every day may not be good, but there is good in every day. Having a positive attitude is asking how something can be done rather than saying it can't be done. A positive attitude will lead to positive outcomes. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Every cloud has a silver lining. A bad attitude is like a flat tyre. You can't go anywhere until you change it. And a positive thought that people have been saying during lockdown and during COVID-19 is after every storm there is a rainbow, which gives us hope. And the rainbow has been a symbol really of the lockdown, hasn't it? And that's helped us get through. So that one isn't on there, but have a think about those, and I'm going to just put some questions up on here for you to have a think about. Which one was your favourite? Can you explain why you chose it? Will you remember and use it? And why do you think saying phrases like those is helpful? And how can being positive help us to have a happy, healthy mind? Have a think about all the things I've just talked to you about. Scientists have found that happy people are more successful. This means they're more likely to achieve their goals. If they set out to do something, they're more likely to achieve it if they're happy and positive. In schools, research shows that happy children learn better and make more progress. That's why we like to try and keep school a happy place if we can, so that you all learn as much as you can. However, one study has found that only 17%, that's 17 out of 100 of the people in the world are living truly happy lives. So if you're happy, you're very lucky, and you need to think about what things make you happy. Our brains are in charge of our feelings and emotions, and there are some chemicals in our brain which actually make us feel happy. Those chemicals are called dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. They're all big names. You haven't got to remember all of those. But there are certain things that you can do which makes your brain release those chemicals and makes you feel happy. Here are some ideas. Smile and laugh. Be fair and honest. Spend time with your family and friends. Let go of mistakes. Work hard to achieve a goal. Find ways to relax your mind. Appreciate yourself. Care for others. Take up a hobby or join a club. Appreciate yourself. Everyone is unique, so there is nobody else on the planet that is like you. You are very special. Sometimes it can be easy to forget to think that you're such a good person and appreciate yourself. Sometimes it's easy to say, oh, I can't do that. But instead of focusing on that, think about what you can do or what's good about you and how super you are. So have a think now. What do you think is the best thing about you? What's the best quality you've got? Are you a good friend? Perhaps you're good at sport. Perhaps you're kind. Perhaps you've done something for charity. Okay, have a think and tell someone in your house what you think the best thing is about yourself. Find ways to relax your mind. Here are some ideas. Sit quietly and focus on your breathing. Practice meditating or yoga. Do some quiet colouring. Read a book or do a jigsaw puzzle. So some of those things could fit in with Feel Good Friday. So you could actually think about on Feel Good Friday looking after your mind and making yourself positive. Smile and laugh. So if something makes you laugh, that's a good thing. So if there's a particular funny film or cartoon you watch, for example, that makes you laugh, or somebody who tells jokes that make you laugh, that's a good thing to do, isn't it? Because it makes you feel good. And if you're a smiley person, it makes other people happy. So if you smile at someone, it's quite hard for them not to smile back. So give someone a smile and check that out. It does work. So if you smile at someone, they'll smile back. Spending time with family and friends. Now, at the moment, we're all having to spend a lot more time with our very close family, but unfortunately, we're not able to see as many of our friends or more distant relatives as we can. But it does still make us happy if we can connect. So think of ways you can. Could you do FaceTime calls? Could you go around and stand outside the house and speak through the window, especially if you've got older relatives? Can you text message if you've got friends on your phone? You could call on the phone, you could email. So try and think of, during this difficult time, ways that you can still connect, because being connected with other people is what makes us happy and positive. Being fair and honest, this is really important. Because if you know you've done the right thing and told the truth and being a good person, that makes you happy and other people want to be around you. If someone tells fibs or isn't very fair when they're playing, people don't really want to play with them or be around them. So this is a really good one that we can all remember. A really important one for school, that is, when there are lots of people around. Taking up a hobby or joining a club. This is difficult at the moment, but I bet you've got things that usually when we're not in lockdown you do. And maybe you're still being able to do those virtually. Hopefully you are. Finding something you enjoy doing, especially if you're good at it, that really makes you feel happy as well. Keeps your mind busy so you have good thoughts. If you want to achieve something, working towards a goal, for example, you might want to run a certain distance, walk a certain distance, read a book in a certain amount of time, perhaps anything like that is a goal to work towards. And it feels great when it's something that you've really got to try at. If you find something easy, that's okay. So if I said to myself, right, I want to be able to walk a mile, I can do that quite easily. So I'd think, okay, I've done that. If I wanted to run for a mile, that's a bit harder for me. So if I do that after so many weeks, I'll be really pleased with myself and I'd tell other people. So make it something a bit harder, makes the achievement even better. Let go of mistakes. This is really important. This is difficult to do sometimes, especially if you really want to be the best you can, which lots of us do. Remember, nobody's perfect. Not anybody. Everybody makes mistakes. Absolutely everybody. And that's okay. The important thing is that you learn from it. If you've made a mistake, try not to keep thinking about it. Try and think, okay, I made a mistake. I'm going to move on from it and learn from it. What would I do differently next time? Being caring for other people or animals, other people in your family or friends, that makes you feel happy. It makes that other person feel happy. So happy minds make happy people. What does happiness mean to you? Different things make different people happy. Whatever it is that makes you happy, it's good for your mental health to spend time thinking about it and doing it. So planning in some time in your week to do these things that make you happy. Think positive. Now, we're not going to do this activity as it says here because it's designed to be shared with the class, but there are some positive words on there. I'd like you to do this at home instead. So compose a positive statement. You could do more than one. So for example, I could say, I enjoy spending time with Tess. Lower Farm School is brilliant and makes me smile. I had a special day on my birthday. It was amazing. So try and use a couple of the words if you can, and use and in the middle of the sentence. Tell someone about that in your house, and those positive words will make you feel happier because you'll be talking about good things. Okay, we're back to the window and it's time to do the prayer. So if you would like to join in with the prayer, you can put your hands together and close your eyes and say Amen at the end. If you don't want to, you can just listen quietly, okay? And we'll say, Dear God, help us to remember to remain positive, especially during these difficult times, to make the time to do things which make us feel happy and are beneficial to others. Amen. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that assembly, everyone. I'm looking forward to when we can all be in the hall again doing our assemblies properly. But in the meantime, stay safe, have a good half term, and I'll see you soon. Bye.